I rewatched the first disc of Gundam Zeta.
Yeah, Zeta
Yeah.
Gundam.
Yeah, and I still think it's not the best intro.
Right.
I'm gonna stick with that, but I think I don't like Camille.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't like the main character so far.
That's fair.
It really seems I don't know spoiled. But I see how they're trying to get him on the right side,
Yeah.
and the it's two factions against each other, but it's really three, right?
Right.
Because you have the Earth, the defense, the Earth forces, and in that forces you have your own group. Spoiler, by the way, Titans, right?
Yeah, let me put
And
up
they're
Spoiler
not,
the Boo for our discussion of Zeta Gundam Part 1 here. Go ahead.
and I don't know, they're not really allied.
Right.
At least down the line. There's something going on at the very top. I'm sure of it. I haven't got to that part yet. There's something going on at the very top of government. Um, that Bright can't legally do anything in this military jurisdiction.
Hmm.
And after he has an experience of getting beat up,
Yeah.
when he comes back in, if you notice when he comes to get the letter, Captain Bork gives him a letter he wants him to hand deliver.
Yeah.
And he's yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. And I realized watching it this time, I was like, because I don't think Bright would act like that just from getting his butt kicked.
Right. I agree.
I think he tried to go to the line and got news that made him go, well, crap,
Right.
I can't do anything.
I do think
The
that is a very solid way. Like, they could have spent all day going, hey, the Titans are a little corrupt. But
Yeah,
to take Captain Bright and have him beat up by a team of officers in a room is like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I believe it. This is more effective than a character telling me that they're corrupt.
yeah, yeah. And they do have there's some good spots of the show me, don't tell me
Yeah.
uh, kind of storytelling, which is what you want to do. But again, it's like it still seems crammed
Yeah.
uh, together to get you to a point. Now, this came out in 1985. We're
Right.
watching started in 1985. This is at the peak of, hey, we're making cartoons to sell stuff.
Right.
I mean, I know that's what this is, even more than the first one,
Mhm.
just because in the first 5 episodes, there's more types of Gundams, more types
Yeah.
of Zaku's. You've got more detail, which the animation does seem a step up.
Yeah. I think the
At least
animation
the
of Zeta
detail.
Gundam is like class. It's timeless almost.
Yeah,
They reached that part where we no longer have most of the animation flaws that we had with First Gundam, and this is peak drawn animation.
yeah. And like I said, it's 1985. That's a big of. I'm trying not to be like, well, this was just made to sell toys, because I like He-Man, I like Transformers, I like GI Joe. I
Right.
watched those when I was
Yeah,
a
that's
kid.
not a bad thing.
Yeah, not necessarily, not a bad thing. It's the final
But
product can speak for itself.
you're right. I
But
mean, you look at the first couple episodes, the first 5 episodes of First Gundam, you have the Gundam, the gun cannon, the gun tank, which the gun cannon and the gun tank aren't even working. You've just seen them. And you have
yeah,
Zaku's. You have a regular Zaku and you have a Commander Zaku that's red. And then
yeah,
by the first 5 episodes of Zeta Gundam, you have the Mark II, the Gundam Mark II, you have the Hyzak, you have the Marasai, and you have the Rick Diaz.
yeah, yeah, and I'm sure there's more coming.
Right.
Um, the it's I think I understand a little bit better now on the rewatch through. I can kind of lean into why Camille took the Gundam,
Yeah.
because he overreacts to everything,
Yeah.
and this seems like he said. I know we got spoiler lube up. I know he's a new type.
Hmm.
They hammer that home pretty hard,
Oh, yeah.
working it really hard. um, but he's not Amuro was a sympathetic character.
For sure.
Right. He's in the middle of an attack. He gets in the Gundam to help people.
Yeah.
He gets in because he knows he can do it. You know, Camille gets in the Gundam to bully
Yes.
somebody he got in a fight with earlier,
Yes.
and use a Gundam against a person.
It's really
That's
funny too, because like looking back on Zeta Gundam, I go, man, this is like peak Gundam. This is one of my favorite shows in my top 3. I love this show. And it's been so long since I watched the first episodes because when I go back to watch Zeta, I watch specific episodes, right? I watch my favorite episodes.
yeah,
And so going back to see the original episodes, it's like, yeah, no, Camille, like I love Camille because he is that jerk. He is that character that goes, I want things my way. Emotions are my power.
yeah. Which gets his parents killed.
Yeah, it does. It does, absolutely.
You know, and he's just from. There's a change in Amuro after Bright punches him, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And he goes from somebody who, yeah, you want him in the Gundam because he's talented, but you don't want to rely on him.
Right.
To where he becomes somebody that you feel you can rely on.
Right.
He matures a lot, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't let Camille near a Gundam.
Yeah.
once he got out the first time,
Right.
a new type or not.
It's kind of obvious too, I think, at this point that the captains of the ship that they're on, the Argama, which is a really cool ship, I think it's a good evolution of the white base, are kind of pushovers when it comes to Lieutenant Quattro. He gets to do whatever he wants. So if Lieutenant Quattro says, "Well, let Camille on the Gundam," then they just do.
Yes, and I think this shows the bias of Quattro.
Yeah.
The I know who he is, or kind of who he is. Somehow very close. But that's a consistent thing I like too,
Yeah.
because Lieutenant Quattro, he loves to be in control,
Yeah.
but does not want to be in command.
Right.
And he's savvy enough and good enough that he can kind of do what he wants.
Yeah.
As long as those above him feel that he's doing it, especially now, feel that as long as he's on their side, let him do it.
I have never heard it put that way, and that is the single best descriptor of Quattro Bagino that I've ever heard. That is, he loves to be in control, but he doesn't want to be in command. That is so perfect.
It's another thing too. Because it's a little tongue in cheek and it started Zeta, I think intentionally, about Hizaku, about his
Rictius.
Yeah, the red comet, which is painted red, and if I got it correct, it was about he's the one. I was supposed right. Got spoiled a little bit right. He's the one that takes out his own his own mech when it's stolen.
Yeah, he is.
And
nobody else gets to have that. That's his.
Yeah. But it was all in a weird way. It was having him do that is very impactful.
Yeah.
Because he is a very good Gundam pilot, right? Very good mech pilot. But he doesn't rely on the mech.
Yeah.
And that scene right there in that scene is just like hammers that home. That's not what makes him great.
Right.
He's gonna be great in whatever he gets in. And also another thing about Camille. When Camille's mother dies, he blames the person that shot her.
Right. Jared.
Right. And of course, he doesn't have all the facts. We know that in the story. On it's on command. It's on the Captain Borg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boss Home is pulling the strings.
Yes. But when his father dies, even though we know who shot him, shot the Gundam he was in, he blames his father.
Yep.
I mean, and it's a weird Because if as I'm watching the story, I'm like, well, neither one of them had much to do with him.
Right.
You know, he's rode by. He's got by and gotten away with stuff because of who they are,
Yeah.
especially his dad.
Absolutely.
But
And that's
I
why
think,
he's such a jerk. He's been able to just get away with everything.
yeah, yeah, I get through. And I like the play of, and it may never have him at the angles there. If it's so strange, Amuro Ray and Shar Aznavour have the same goal.
Right.
They came at it from different things, but you know they were kind of on they were on a collision course.
Right.
And way this goes, it's like they're going to force as a weird just from the first 5 episodes. I haven't gone past that. They're kind of it's like Mr. Bright and Lieutenant Quattro
Hmm.
are kind of on the same course.
Right.
Their paths are going to be, and may even end up working together. I don't know how that goes, but so far it's not bad. I think, especially over those first couple of 2-3 episodes, the first 3 episodes, really crammed and rushed. And then it just feels like when hitting that 5th episode, okay, you can stretch your legs a little bit and really kind of try taking what's going.
I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
How do you feel about Emma Sheen? Lieutenant Emma.
I think she's an interesting character, and I think I don't think she's quite as skilled yet, but I think she has the same type of personality that Lieutenant Quattro has. Look, if I see something wrong, I don't care who put the order down, I'm gonna have a problem with it.
Right.
I mean, that's her arc right there,
100%.
right? She wants to be there. It's like they've already set up just basic breakdown. You've got honorable warriors, and then you've got dishonorable ones.
Right.
Kind of the setup for it. And though she came up and she believed in the ones we find out are dishonorable, she follows a path to become. And I think she's. Yeah, I think if it keeps going the way, she's going to become a very valuable member of that team. The AU. I think she's very, very valuable to that.
Well, my second question then is, what do you think about her counterpart, Jared Mesa?
I think he's I think the persona he puts off is kind of a shallow jerk.
Yeah.
In some ways, but I think he's having when it settles into him what he was ordered to do and what he did and the chain of events that's going to cause.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a slow epiphany over the series, or he's capable. I think his character is deep enough capable of that. Whether it goes through or gets diverted, I don't know.
I love Jared as a character, and I think the moment that really sold him for me is that moment, because he's such a flawed person, but it's that moment when he realizes what he's done, like you're talking about, and his immediate reaction is to go, well, actually, it's your fault. It's your fault, Camille. If you had gone over there, I would have done it. And it's like, Jared, I love him so much. He's so terrible. And
he also gives a line that something's wrong. I feel sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So if he was completely callous,
right,
it would have been, oh well. Of course he was completely and this also shows something else. There's nothing I think they're trying to put across it. Really, there's nothing inherently wrong with the Titans, with a special force like that.
Right.
They can be beneficial.
Yeah.
But when the wrong person gets, isolated with too much power, that he doesn't even trust his people to give them verbal commands.
Right.
He's got to trick them. The people he sent out, you can see trouble brewing.
For sure.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the next disc, man. We'll get back onto it, I believe, Thursday.
Yeah.
We'll watch a couple more, and when we get through that disc, I'll watch through it again, and we'll talk about it.